Everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today it is time to work on the Week in the Life project for 2023. So if you don't know what Week in the Life is, I will just briefly tell you, but you can get a lot more information over on Allie Edwards, her YouTube channel and her blog, which I'll link down below if you want to check any of that out. But basically, it's a community-based project that Allie created where you document 1 week in your life. Typically, you kind of do it every year. She gives you the dates, and you could either document during that week when the community is documenting, or you could document it on your own time. And it's just a great project to document and keep track of the everyday things going on in your life. So if you're watching this whenever I posted it, we are currently in the middle of this year's community week. So it's April the 24th through the 30th of 2023. So today we're going to be going ahead and documenting Monday through Thursday in my album, and then I'll come back at you probably on Sunday or Monday, and I'll pop up the last 3 days. So if you notice my project, it's on a really small scale this year. I'm actually using a traveler's notebook. So I'm going to say that this video is going to be all about how to document Week in the Life if you want to do it in an easy way. So I know, just like many projects, Week in the Life is one of those that can get really complex. It can be as easy or as complex as you want it, just like any other project. But I knew that I was going to have a really low-key approach to this project this year. But if I'm being honest, when Monday rolled around and it was time to start documenting all of my photos, the inspiration just was not there. So I thought, okay, I might have to even scale this project down even more than what I was originally planning. And I didn't have any big plans for Week in the Life. I had a couple ideas. I have a bunch of storyline chapters, albums in my craft room right now. I also had a 3x8 album from Studio Calico. So I had a few ideas of things that I may possibly use. But once Monday rolled around, like I was saying, I really just wasn't feeling it. The inspiration really wasn't there to document. I was struggling. But I thought, okay, I'm just going to try to snap the photos that I can. And I thought if I could just snap 6 photos a day, which is not really that many, then I could kind of create a collage, and I could use that collage as my main photo in my album. So that's kind of where all of this occurred. So what I did was, every day so far this week, I have just documented 6 things, 6 quick photos that I've snapped throughout the day. So I haven't done any kind of really big photo exploration or tried to take a lot of really fancy or special photos for this project. I just tried to snap a few pictures of my everyday. And then what I did was I went on my phone to the DIPTIC app. I will also put that below. And it's just one of the photo grid collage apps. I've used it for years and years. But basically they have a ton of different templates, and you can add your photos in that template. So for example, the one that I chose is the 6 photo template that you see here on the left side of the spread. So I just added my photos in there and saved the photo, put it on my computer, and then printed it off to the size that I wanted. So roughly a 4x8. I think I actually printed all of these off at a 4.3 by 8.3 just to give myself a tiny bit of wiggle room. And I really liked the collage because it's just such an easy way to add in my photos. Since I wanted to do the traveler's notebook, I knew that I wouldn't have a ton of space. So I thought adding that kind of grid with all my photos was just a really great way to add all 6 of them. And then I'm kind of doing the assembly line kind of thing where all the pages are going to be the same. I'm going to use a piece of pattern paper from the Simple Stories Maggie Holmes collection. And then I had these really large chipboard numbers that I got from Allie Edwards actually kind of recently. I think they were an older product and I got them on sale or something. So I thought that they would be really fun. They are a little bit thick. I mean, they're in general thin, but the fact that I'm using them in a traveler's notebook, they're a little bit thick. But since I only am keeping in enough pages in this notebook to just do this project, I took out a lot of pages at the very beginning. I think that it's going to be fine, even though they're a little thick. There's only going to be like 7 or 8 pages in this entire album, so it'll work out just fine. So then I printed off all of my journaling, and in general, that's going to be like my template for each day. So I'm going to have the kind of grid photos over to the side with the 6 photos. Then I'll have a piece of pattern paper with the number, and then I will have my journaling. And I'm going to do that for every day of the week. So honestly, it's kept it so easy. So if you want to like still participate in Week in the Life, but you're not really feeling it that much, you don't want to take a million photos, you don't want to do a huge album, I thought that this was a really nice way to still participate and be a part of the fun, but to not have to put so much pressure on myself to do like the most for this project. So I already do Project Life, as you guys know, every single week. So I document my everyday a lot. So I just really didn't feel the need to like go above and beyond for Week in the Life. But, you know, FOMO and all that, I wanted to be able to document. I thought that it would be fun. And I'm all for doing a little mini project. So I really have enjoyed working on this. I kind of took my own spin to it, but I think that I will really appreciate looking back on this in the years to come. And also, I was going to say the kind of general idea for this layout to me is also kind of reminiscent of the Pieces of Life project through Ali Edwards, where there is a traveler's notebook and you kind of pop in something on that left side, and then she has a space, like 2 designated spaces on the right side where like you could add journaling and add something else. So that's kind of where I'm getting this layout from. I really liked working in the Traveler's Notebook for the Pieces of Life project so far. So I thought that that would be kind of a fun thing to do for Week in the Life as well. So as far as my photos and whatnot, I know we've already passed the first, but I just kind of took some random photos from that day on the Monday. I made biscuits. I worked in my hobonichi. I have a cute little picture of me in lasagna, the doggies on the bed, just kind of everyday photos. Here on Tuesday, I tried to take some sort of selfie every day, like in a mirror or some kind of picture. So here for Tuesday, I took a picture in our mirror in our living room. And then I also snapped a picture of the book that I'm reading, of my lunch, of some of the crafty stuff that was on my desk, and of my Peloton ride. And then over on the right side, I decided to also add some sort of washi and a few tiny phrase stickers on the number and on that side of the layout. So I really like the way that that looks as well. As far as my journaling goes, what I decided to do was I wanted to make my journaling as easy as possible as well. So I decided to kind of do a currently list. So I did the same form of journaling for each day, and I just wrote out currently and then the day of the week. So this one that we're about to work on is Wednesday. And then I wrote out a small paragraph just about in general, like an overview of the day. If it was a good day, if I was motivated, if I got stuff done, if I didn't, little tidbits about the day. And then I went on with like a currently list underneath there where I wrote out what I was eating, watching, listening, making, and then also my Peloton video or ride. I wanted to document which ride I took, and then also the highlight of the day. So I thought that that was a really fun and easy way to do my journaling as well. It kind of kept me on track throughout the day to think about what I did and to document, and I didn't have to worry about having to write out every little thing about my day. So I know some of us have more going on than others, and I'm definitely one of those that doesn't have a ton of stuff going on in my everyday life. So around here, it's just me and Will. Will goes off to work every day, so a lot of times it's just me at home with our dogs, and no kids, not a lot going on. I realize if you have more people in your family, like if you had children, they might have a lot of activities going on, and then you're documenting those things too. But for me, there's just kind of the literal everyday moments. So I don't have just a ton to say about that. I think a lot of you guys can understand that for sure. So for Wednesday, for my photos, I snapped another picture while I was kind of cleaning up the bathroom. Also, Wednesday is my designated sticker day. So the BFF Sticker Club always puts out their sticker challenge on Wednesdays. So I typically do that every Wednesday morning and catch up on my sticker days. So I documented that. Have a little picture there of Will and Penny playing, the spaghetti that I made for lunch, a picture of the dogs, and a picture of our shelf in the living room because I did clean on Wednesday, so that was really nice. And then we have today, Thursday. So I did do a self-timer photo. I actually did one where I took a picture of me at my desk as I was working. But besides that, I just kind of snapped a few things, making lunch, a cookie that Will brought me that I ate for breakfast, one of our plants that's super thriving, and a picture of Shang Shang, our cat, laying on the couch. So just a few little things here and there, but I wasn't actually sure whenever I started this if I was going to do like a what do you call that, where every day you do kind of the same thing. I'm drawing a blank, but Allie does it a lot within her projects, especially for a week in the life, where every day she has a formula. That's the word I'm looking for. She has kind of a formula where she'll do the same thing for each day. And I originally thought that I wasn't going to do that, and I was just going to kind of do whatever came to mind for each day of the week. And I was really pretty set on that. But then once Monday came and I just wasn't feeling it and I didn't feel like taking any pictures or really documenting anything, I thought, okay, I've got to, change it up, switch gears, think about what I want to do if I do want to continue on with this project, which I did want to document it in some way. So then the formula ended up coming into place, and I'm really glad that I am using a formula of just adding those pictures onto the app, printing them off, and then just doing journaling and the large number. It really does help, I will agree, on a project such as Week in the Life to have kind of a formula in place, because you are trying to document your entire week and it can get overwhelming, I feel. So if you kind of have a plan in place of exactly what you're going to do before your week starts or right at the beginning, it's kind of easier, at least for me, to successfully document, because I know what I'm expected to document each day. For example, making sure that I had 6 photos. It's like that's all I had to do. Make sure that I documented 6 pictures. I jotted down a little bit of journaling, and I was good to go for each day. So it just makes it for an easy way to succeed. So super happy with how that's working out. And I'm really glad that I did end up doing the project, even though I was questioning it at the beginning. So now, just like that, I've put together all 4 of these pages. I felt like they needed a little something else, so I do punch out a few stars here, and I'm going to add a couple stars and another gold star to each page. I am going to do a little white jelly roll pin outline or inline inside of all the stars. So I'm going to do that here in a second. But in general, this is what it's going to look like. And I just really love it. I think it's simple, but it's also fun. I love how graphic the photos look. And I think it's really fun to flip from page to page and see how the photos differ for each day. And it's really easy to just flip through quickly, and it's a fun little album. So I'm really happy that I did it. Now, as I finish this up, like I said, I'm going to do the outline and everything, and then I think I show you kind of up close a little bit, but as I was completing these pages, I ended up really not liking the pattern paper that I used for Thursday's page with the 4. I didn't like the way the purple and the green looked together, first of all. And secondly, I didn't like that it's actually a polka dotted purple page, but you can't see any of the polka dots because the green 4 like covers up all of the polka dots. So I am actually going to change out this pattern paper here eventually. So just letting you know, don't get too attached to this one because we will change it out here soon. Also, that very front page, I am going to do something on there, do at least some sort of something on the opening page, but we will work on that in the next video. So that will be up later in the week for sure. So another thing I decided before I changed that for the Thursday page, I decided that I wanted to add the date for each day. So I just take my roller date stamp. I'm going to stamp out each of the day's dates, and then I'm just going to cut them out, just fussy cut them out really quick, and I'm just going to pop them on someplace on the right side of the page where the journaling is, and I'll pop the date. So I really like, of course, all my albums have to have the date in them. And at first I was kind of thinking maybe I would just add the dates of the week on that front page that I'm going to do in the next video. But then I thought, no, it would be kind of fun to maybe just add them in onto each day. So I really like the way that looks. I stamped it out on just a piece of scrap paper just to add in a little other pop of color here and there. So I like the way that looks as well. And that's basically all I'm going to add on every page. So I just want to keep it really easy and simple. I love the big, huge number. I think that that's really fun. And I was really glad that I was able to use those. I just grabbed them from the Allie Edwards sale, like I said, and I had no clue where I was going to use them. And then I was pleasantly surprised that I was able to use them in this traveler's notebook because they are, like I said, a little thick. They are like chipboard, but it works out really great, and they make such a nice impact for like each day of the week. So I really like that a lot. So here I'm changing over the color of the tiny phrase stickers, but then I still don't like it. So I'm going to just go ahead and very carefully take that 4 off, and then I'm going to change the background pattern paper, and I think it ends up looking a lot better. But like I said, before I do that, I'm just going to give you a quick little flip through here, loving how it's turning out. So this is just your friendly reminder that you can kind of change up any project any way that you want. I mean, I know that most of us in the community are definite advocates of that. Whatever works for you, do it. So I know it's easy to kind of go along with what you see always in the community or what everyone else is working on. But if it feels overwhelming, if it feels like too much, which for me, it did. It felt like too much for me to accomplish, and I just needed to scale it down and do something that I was comfortable with and do something that I knew that I would be able to be successful with during this week. You know, you don't always feel tons of inspiration, and you may not always feel like doing the biggest project at all times, but it's still fun to be a part of something, and I'm really glad that I ended up doing it. So I hope that y'all like this process video. Don't forget, I'll be back super soon with the next one. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like. Please also consider subscribing, and of course, I'll be back at you soon. Thanks again, y'all. Bye.